Sarah here from Sarah in Wonderland, and today we are filming a St. Patrick's Day tutorial. So this year I'm just working. Sadly, I'm not celebrating. Well, I mean, I'll be celebrating at work, but I thought why not do some fun makeup for it, you know? As you guys can see, I have my base makeup done, and yeah, so we shall get started. So finally, for once in my life, a green hair clip comes in handy. Normally I just have like an awkward green or orange hair clip, but it works for this day. Also, I'm wearing a shirt in case you guys were wondering. It's green. You guys just can't see it. Alright guys, so now that we actually have a mirror, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off by baking under my eyes just so that we don't have too big of a mess to clean up because I have the rest of my base makeup done. So I'm just taking some Laura Mercier translucent powder and a beauty blender, and we're just going to bake underneath the eyeballs. So to get started, I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. So firstly, I'm going to take this cream shade and we are just going to set the entire eyelid. This just creates a nice opaque base. And I'm going all the way up to the brow bone. And next going in with our first transition shade. So I'm going to take this peachy color here. It's like a peachy nude color. And on a big fluffy brush, we're just going to apply this as our transition shade. So I'm just going to take this, as you guys have heard me say a bunch of times. And if you're new here, welcome. Hit the subscribe and notification button. But if you are new here, we are applying this as our transition shade. So this is going to go the highest up. And then I also always like to take that on the outer corner. And we just keep building till we have the intensity that we desire. It's weird because I'm home alone today and filming, and it's very, very quiet in here. My little dog is sleeping, and by little dog, if you guys have ever met my dog, would know that she is ginormous. Sad that she hasn't featured herself in a video recently. She used to lay in the corner while I filmed in my room. She would lay on the corner of my bed and keep me company. But now that I have a little cubicle going on in my poor mother's dining room, she doesn't really hang out as much. Next, we are going to go in with like my all-time favorite brown eyeshadow shade, and it is this one. I have made a serious dent in this guy, and I'm just going to keep this deeper in the actual crease. This isn't going to be a super dark look by any means. I want to keep this pretty light and fun. So I was watching Tati review the Natasha Denona palette, and I loved the look that she came up with because I'm really into green eyeshadow. I don't know why. I have no idea why, because I'm not a green person at all, but green eyeshadow, I don't know. I love it. And she used this super, super pretty shade from the Natasha Denona palette, and I had no desire to get this eyeshadow palette until I saw her make this look. So this look is kind of based off of that. She did like a brown kind of crease and a bright green shade on the lid. So it's like very loosely inspired by Tati. But I always like to give credit where credit is due. The next palette that we are going in with is the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. So if you watch Nikki tutorials, you have heard about this palette. It's really, really pretty. Today, I'm sure you can guess what we're going in with. We're going to go in with the shade Mally, which is this bright green shimmery shade. So I'm going to take that color on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to dampen it with some Fix Plus. For once, I have Fix Plus with me, guys. And we are going to pack this on the first, probably two-thirds of the lid. So the Fix Plus will help make the shadow more vibrant, as well as keep it from having as much fallout. And this looks so similar to the Natasha Denona palette, or sorry, shade that she used, and I'm so happy about that because that palette is $130 American, not Canadian, almost $200 Canadian, I'm pretty sure. So when I use Fix Plus, I keep the majority of the wet shadow on the first half of the lid, and then as I have less product on my brush and it's a little bit drier, I will start to bring it back That way it won't be as hard to blend out. Alright, I am obsessed with that shade. So I'm gonna go back into the second brown shade that we used, so the darker of the two, and I'm going to very gently pack it over where the green meets, just to attempt to blend it out. I find this to be the hardest part when I use a wet eyeshadow because it wants to just like separate, so it wants to be like green and then the color that you're trying to blend it with. So it definitely does take some work. So sometimes, to make my life a little bit easier, because it is harder to blend out a wet shadow, I'll take my finger and some of the brighter shade that we were using, and I'm just going to use my finger and dot it over where the two shadows meet that I'm blending. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with a bit of a darker shadow. I'm gonna go in with this chocolate brown shade. It's pretty neutral, and I'm going to blend where the two shadows meet. I'm going to dust off the fake underneath their eyes, and there was some fallout, so like I said, that just really makes everything a whole lot easier. I am going to apply some false lashes. So today I am using velour lashes in Strike Pose. I am going to apply those off camera and I will be right back. I am back with lashes on. I feel more like me now. And we're going to finish the lower lash line. So I'm going to start off by taking our transition shade on a pencil brush and just bringing this along the lower lash line. I'm going to connect it to the outer corner, and then going back in with our darker brown shade and just applying this closer to the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take some nude liner. So this is the NYX Wonder Pencil. I'm just going to apply this to my lower lash line. Alright, and then for highlight, we are using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. It's just a really pretty gold shade, and I'm going to take my sponge. I've been loving highlighting this way. Cupid's bow, some to the inner corner of my eyes. We're going to use just Angelic today for lips. I am using ColourPop Aquarius. This is the Ultra Satin Lip. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Aquarius and just apply this to the center of my lip. Alright guys, so this is the completed St. Patrick's Day makeup tutorial. I love how this turned out. I actually might wear it out tonight. I was planning on redoing my makeup look, but I'm kind of feeling it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, because sometimes your subscription feed will not tell you when I post. So if you guys enjoyed this video, well, I already said that. So guys, I will see you all again very soon. Bye everyone.